The Thursday Walkthrough is brought to you by Carle and the University of Illinois Credit Union.
Welcome back to the Thursday Walkthrough. Martin O'Donnell joined as always by Coach Lovie Smith. And Coach, certainly 2020 has been a year of adjustments, and another adjustment last week with the late cancellation of the game against Ohio State. How did the guys handle it? Kind of what was that conversation like? And are there any positives that come out of getting what's essentially a mini bye week?
Well, how we handled it is, we found out late Friday night. We were already at our team hotel, so we had a team meeting to let everybody know what was going on. But our team, Martin, has had to adjust throughout from the start of training camp. Pause, practice, pause, start back up. So they've been really good about that. But we wanted to play in the worst way, but decisions were made. So then you moved on quickly. Saturday morning, we were testing, getting ready for the Iowa game, and that's where we've been since.
Well, and Coach, you mentioned the game this week, and really the last home game that that we know of. Obviously, Week 9 still a little bit up in the air in terms of who the opponent's going to be, but this is going to be Senior Day, and so now with your 5th season here at Illinois, obviously you've seen a lot of these guys, over 4 or 5 years. What does this group of seniors mean to you, and what do they mean to Illinois football?
Well, they mean everything to our program. I mean, these are guys that, first off, have played a lot of ball. A lot of them have started since they got on campus. So where our program is right now, they have as much to do with where our program is right now as anyone. On a personal note, I recruited a lot of them. Our staff recruited a lot of the guys. So we've seen them, come in where don't know an awful lot about what's going on to now they're running the locker room, and that's a good thing for Illinois football. So once you get to this moment, there's a lot of emotions that you go through, but it's worth it. And just kind of job well done as much as anything. So hopefully we can send them out on the right foot. We haven't beaten this team since they've been here, so that's the way we can really thank them.
Are there any moments about this particular group of guys that stand out to you?
Well, we've gone through a lot. Man, there's so many. And, being on the team, you think about, you hate it to think this way, but the losses that we've gone through, some of them have been really tough. But you want them to leave that lasting memory is the good times that they've had while they've been here. And on the football field, some of the big wins we've had, right up until the last one that we played together. We want to create a couple more good memories.
Well, and Coach, this week, obviously the opponent being the Iowa Hawkeyes, and certainly a program with an identity that's been established. And the last time that Iowa played here in Champaign, score wasn't particularly close, and I honestly don't even remember exactly what that score was. I'm sure you do. But that was also a Senior Day. So how much does that get brought up? Does that game 2 years ago get brought up and leading up to this week's game?
Well, I think when something is a part of your history, it's with you whether you want to admit it or not. So we do bring it up. Last time we played them, they embarrassed us here on our senior night, our Senior Day. And we have a chance to do something about it. And again, we haven't beaten anyone for a long period of time. That in itself should be motivation. And when you play an Iowa team like this, you know that they're not going to beat themselves. We're going to have to earn it the hard way. And that's what we're about. We're playing our best football right now. They're playing their best football right now. So it should be a great game.
Well, and, Coach, obviously, a lot of great plays in the game 2 weeks ago against Nebraska. But, one player that kind of seems to keep showing up and making plays, whether it's outside or inside, is Jake Hansen. Do you feel like Jake Hansen gets the recognition at a larger level, more national level that he deserves, given his high level of play the past couple of years in particular?
Well, I'm biased, and I'm going to say probably not. Just and a lot of it maybe has to do with where our team has been. But if you just look at his play, he is last couple of years he's played as well as anyone. Last year, up until the injury that knocked him out of the last 3 games of the season, no one can take the ball away as well as Jake. And when you talk about position flexibility, he can play. There's 3 linebacker position, and he can play all 3 of them with ease, and he's comfortable there. So I think he can do it all, and but he needs to do it on a, in a with a platform like we're going to have this week. So we're really excited about that.
Well, and Coach, again, looking forward to certainly, Illinois playing another ranked opponent, at home, getting back on the field this week. But, looking at the state of Iowa, it's an interesting state. Actually, I think it's the largest pork producing state in the country. What's your favorite way to eat pork?
I'll just say this, Martin, I'm from down south. So,
oh, really? Okay.
We eat pork every imaginable way that you can. But with my changed lifestyle, I've kind of eliminated pork from my daily intake of food. So now I'm trying to stay away from pork. So I can't talk a lot on pork right now.
Okay. Well, I'm sure there's a couple local barbecue joints that are sorry to lose you as a customer. But, one of the other interesting things I found out about Iowa is, I think there's a town there, Scranton, that has it's the longest in use, the oldest water tower. Is your name on the water tower in Big Sandy?
Oh, no. There's a lot of great people that come through Big Sandy. What we have in most of those small towns, what you do is you put the city, Big Sandy, and of course the mascot and your team colors. And that's exactly how it is in Big Sandy.
Okay, well, good to know. I mean, I was just wondering, didn't know if you were there. Obviously, it gives you something to keep striving for, Coach. But appreciate your time as always. And thank you all for stopping by the Thursday walkthrough.
The Thursday walkthrough is brought to you by Carle and the University of Illinois Credit Union. University of Illinois Credit Union, for campus and community.
Let us get to know you like we know this community, from football fields to cornfields. If you share the community spirit, come see why you and I belong together. U of I Community Credit Union, for campus and community.